Darnell Early is the former emergency manager for the city of Flint. He's vital to understanding what happened and how these decisions were made. The committee sent Mr. Early an invite letter last week. He knew that this was happening, and he knew he was invited to appear as a witness before the committee. We were told at, I believe, 7:50 p.m. on Monday night that he would not attend. We're calling on the U.S. Marshals to hunt him down and give him that subpoena.
I never thought this could happen in America in this day and age, in our great country and our great home of Michigan, where we're surrounded by fresh water in the Great Lakes.
I believe that we have a moral obligation to conduct a comprehensive investigation of this crisis. And let's be abundantly clear, it is a crisis. And Cat Stevens said, "Oh, very young, what will you bring us this time? You're only dancing on this earth for a short time. Oh, very young, what will you leave us this time?" And I've often said that our children are the living messages we send to a future we will never see. The question is what will they leave us? And how will we send them into that future?
Flint's my hometown. I grew up in Flint. I raised my children in Flint. When we leave here at the end of every week, I fly home to Flint. I'm a son of this town. And so it breaks my heart to see what's happening. It breaks my heart not just because of what has been inflicted upon the people of Flint, but because it was an entirely avoidable set of circumstances.
The MDEQ's Office of Drinking Water and Municipal Assistant relied on technical compliance instead of assuring safe drinking water. It is noteworthy that the lead and copper rule would have allowed up to 24 months to begin these treatments. It has now become clear that the federal lead and copper rule is outdated and inadequate to protect the public from exposure to lead, especially in communities with aging infrastructure such as Flint.
My home used to be a place of comfort and safety for my family. It used to be what a home should be, a place of peace and protection from the outside world. That was taken from us, and not just from my family, but from every home and every citizen in Flint. Now my home is known as Ground Zero. I started doing independent testing with Virginia Tech, and 30 tests were done, tests that were performed in accordance to the LCR. My average was 2,500 parts per billion. My highest was 13,500 parts per billion. Hazardous waste is 5,000. Regardless of this information and the fact that my son had lead poisoning, the city and the MDEQ still continued to tell everyone the water was safe as the EPA sat by and watched in silence.
It's important for the EPA to tell the public that they're poisoning their kids if they drink the water.
I absolutely agree.
Then why didn't they do it? They sat on that for almost a year.
Administrator McCarthy issued an elevation policy this January emphasizing...
This January! They had it for nearly a year. Why did it take a year?
I can't answer that question. All I can say is that they were working with...
Then why don't we fire the whole lot of them? What good is the EPA if they're not going to do that?